if I only had 1 hour with a client and they're like, Fritz, I have this problem. Please help me. I was told that you are great at hypnotic questioning. Oh, please help me. What would I do in the session? What would be the first thing I do? What would be the last thing I do? And no, I will not start by saying, okay, client, relax. Make sure that you are comfortable. Do you have a blanket? Do you have something relaxing that you're sitting on, and let us relax. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click, click, click. Let us do the lemon suggestibility test. Let us get you deeper, deeper, and even deeper still. No, fuck that shit. We're not doing that. I'm not wasting 10 to 20 minutes like I used to before doing that, because that is not where the magic happens. The thing is that a lot of hypnotherapists have been taught that hypnosis comes first before the breakthrough. Meanwhile, that is totally not true. We have had breakthroughs within 5 to 15 minutes within our sessions inside the hypnotic questioning program. And this is a common result that we have. So if you want that result and you're sick of talking about going down the stairs 10, 9, 8, and it makes you sleepy to even just say those damn words, then listen up, because in the hour, what I will do is I will start off with a question, which is, what is the problem? And so if a client were to come to me and say, I have an hour, this is how I'm going to pay you $10,000 for this hour, please help me with this. You betcha I ain't going to waste time 10 to 15 minutes relaxing the client, because fuck that shit. That shit don't work, right? So what I'll do in the first second of that hour is ask, what is the problem? And then that is when the investigatory process starts. That is when the questioning starts. My role, I will remember, is just to ask my clients questions. I will go in and I will say, what's the problem? And the client will tell me what the problem is that they want solved within the hour. And then I will keep asking my clients questions. What is the problem? They will answer, right? Based on that answer, I will ask the question. I will ask the question, the client will answer based on that answer, question again and again and again. And you'll probably be like, Fritz, that is so simple. But let me tell you, everyone that goes through the free flowing sessions, especially if it's their first time, has trouble doing this. Why? Not because they're incompetent. No, no. It's because they're overly competent, overly trained in the hypnosis process, that they try to fix the problem way too early. And you're probably like, but Fritz, I don't fix my client's problem. But the questioning that comes out of most hypnotherapists' mouths do prove that you're trying to fix the problem. I've seen this time and time again in many, 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 many hours of trainings in many, many hypnotherapists. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're just not trained properly. So when I go into the session, it's really just that. It's really just question, answer, answer, question, blah, go on and on and on and on until the very end. And through that questioning process, by placing my client's attention on their unconscious information, that is when the clients will solve their problem. It's like we're taking shit out from their backpack of problems. Client comes in and it's like, this is my backpack of problems. Please help me sort the shit out. I'm asking questions, and each question, each answer is one shit out of the backpack. And then everything is coming out within the session from the questions that I ask. And based on that answer, based on that data driven answer that my clients will give me, that is how they're going to start to resolve their problem. And I know that's a bit difficult to grasp because you were taught to do everything strategically. But the strategic, like ABC process, is not how the unconscious mind works, right? We know that the unconscious mind is like everywhere. That's a conscious mind thing to be proper. A, B, C, D, E. That is a conscious mind thing. So why are we doing a conscious mind thing when we want the answers from the unconscious? Right? It doesn't make any sense. So that's why we just ask questions to get to an unconscious answer. Eventually, once the client's unconscious mind sucks them in because you've had amazing questions, then that is how that client will solve their problem. And it can take 5 minutes, it can take 15 minutes, it can take the full hour. But if the client and I am patient enough and the client is willing to change, but if they just gave me $10,000, they definitely are, right? So they will have that breakthrough within that time period. We don't know what it will be, but it will be the one that they need if you follow the principle of question, answer, answer, question. And so that is what I would do when when I only have 1 hour with a client. And if, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to waste time in terms of relaxing a client because that's 15 minutes wasted already. Within 15 minutes, we can get to some really deep shit through hypnotic questioning. And so I want to maximize my time investigating the client's problem instead of relaxing them, which is not a prerequisite for a breakthrough. The question asking alone is the start of the breakthrough and can potentially cause relaxation if it's what the client needs. If not, then it won't happen. We don't get to control what happens in our session. So that is what I would do. I would just ask questions until my client's brain is fired and rewired. And that is what is going to help them break through. And at the end, I will spend around 5 to 10 minutes on hypnotic testing, which means I just want to make sure that the initial problem they came to me with is gone through questioning situations and questioning the somatic information if they've given me that. And then that's how I would end the session. From front to the beginning, all I'm doing is asking questions, and my client is going to answer and do whatever they need to do in order to solve their problem.